morning and welcome to Napoli, or Naples as we know it. There's a lot of activity going on here this morning. We arrived about 7 a.m. and we've got 3 other ships in with us, so there's 4 of us. We've got AIDA, we've got an MS, I think it's an MSC, and a Norwegian as well. So Naples is a very, very popular port, but it can take the visitors. There you are, there's AIDA with the big lips on the bow there. So there's lots of activity going on around the port. Looks like we're having probably some refuelling, I'm guessing. These are refuelling ships. I think there's one going to AIDA. And we've got some time in Naples. And we're going on an excursion this afternoon, actually. So we're on the ship this morning. And we're going to Herculaneum this afternoon. So we'll do some filming around there. But it's quite a nice thing to do, actually, to be in port when everybody else has got off, because there's loads of excursions gone out today. Sorrento, Capri, Naples itself, loads and loads of people. The vast majority of people are off now, which was an absolute delight earlier when I took myself off for a swim, because there's just nobody around. It's wonderful. And so what we're going to do this morning is we're going to go and have a wander around the ship, maybe do a bit of filming around the ship while there's not too many people. So welcome to Naples, and we will catch you later in Herculaneum. So we're going to do a nice tour just for a few minutes around the lovely, lovely Queen Victoria. We're docked in Naples today, and most of the guests, as Cunard referred to the passengers, are away on excursions. So there were some big ones going out this morning to Capri, leaving at 7:15. There's Pompeii, there's Naples, there's Sorrento, the Amalfi Coast. There's lots going on. We're going off a bit later to Herculaneum, so the ship is lovely and quiet at the moment. It's really nice, actually. We've never stayed in port and pretty much stayed on the ship. We did get off briefly to have a quick walk around Naples, just for an hour, just so we can say we've done Naples. What does it they say? See Naples and die? Hope we don't do that bit. So we thought this is a great opportunity to have a little look around the ship and show you some of its features. And this is based really on the fact that we're in Princess Grill, which is lovely. And I would definitely say if you are in a position to be able to afford grills, you really do get an elevated experience across the board. It is that good. Having said that, club balcony is really good. And I know a lot of people want to just enjoy all the facilities for Queen Victoria without having to spend a fortune on a stateroom. So having an inside stateroom or an ocean view means that you can be out and about enjoying the ship just as well. So every type of stateroom, every grade of stateroom, I think has got its benefits, but you do get that elevated sense of luxury on Princess Grill and obviously Queen's Grill as well. Anyway, let me take you round. I'll just spin the camera around a little bit. So at the moment we are on the Grill's sun deck, and just going to show you actually these rather luxurious, rather lovely padded seats, and I'm just going to lie on one to demonstrate how amazing they are. Oh yes, I could get used to this. Spin the camera around. Here I am. Hello. And these sofa beds, as it were, I reckon you could fully extend these. It is hot, isn't it? But I reckon you could sleep on these. They're absolutely lovely, aren't they? So this is what I mean by elevated luxury. This is what you get. You pretty much guaranteed a place to recline in the sun, if that's your thing. I have to say I'm not a huge sun worshipper, but they have got some lovely ones around the side in the shade as well. And the other thing that's lovely about the Queen's and Princess Grill sun deck is that you can look down on the rest of the ship and really see what's going on. So we've got the pavilion pool straight ahead, and there's a little kid in there with a blow-up toy. There's not many children on board. Obviously it's September, so you don't see many children on board. Looking straight ahead beyond the ship, Mount Vesuvius. What a place to be. And our stateroom is on this side, so we've got probably a slightly more scenic view of Naples. Anyway, we'll go up the stairs And we'll focus, I think, as I said, we'll focus pretty much on what you get in terms of a ship experience when you're in the grills. So this is the grills. This is the grills sort of sun area, and it is really nice. And just in here, you've got the grills lounge. So if you're in Princess or Queen's Grill, you can go in there and you can have complimentary coffee, and you can have drinks all through the day, and it's always very nice and quite exclusive as well. So we're just going up the steps now. And there are quite a few people up here in the shadier areas of the ship. We got a great view from here last evening when we were going through the Messina Straits. So there's a few people around. It's lovely. Another benefit in being on grills or in grills is that you have the use of this wonderful outdoor terrace eating area. Hi. And you can take breakfast, actually not breakfast, I don't think you can take breakfast out here, actually I think you can if you want to. You can certainly take lunch out here, which is what we're going to do in a moment. And you've got the main restaurant, but lunch is a real pleasure out here. It's lovely. It's really lovely to have an outdoor seating area where you can go and enjoy that lovely Mediterranean feel. It's absolutely fantastic. So that's another benefit of being in the grills, is having this area that you can enjoy. Obviously as well, in the other staterooms you can take your lunch from the Lido buffet, and you can sit out by the pool. There's some nice tables and chairs directly outside, and they're lovely as well. So you know, you're not really missing out in terms of being able to eat outside, but it is good to have this sort of, I guess, exclusive area where you've got your waiting staff and you can eat, you know, in relative fairly peaceful sort of area to be. It's really good, really nice. And the views obviously from the grill sun decks are lovely. There's a nice towel store there, and there you've got Naples in all its glory. There are 4 ships in today, so it's quite busy in port. And we have here the Norwegian breakaway with all the, I'm going to call it paraphernalia, other people would call it fun, but they've got the water slides and all the rest of it. It's a big ship, that one, Norwegian breakaway, very popular ship. But as I say, there's a cruise for everyone, and I would say I'm much more into Cunard than I am into the whole water slide thing, but that's, you know, it's each to their own, isn't it? The iconic red funnel of the Cunard ships, and when that lets its horn blow, you jump about 3 miles in the air if you're down up here. It's a real shock to the system. In fact, it's due to go off at some point, coming up to midday fairly soon. And if you come inside off the sun deck in grills, you have this lovely choice of iced water or iced orange squash, and cheers. It's lovely. As I said, it's just that elevated experience that you get. Oh, it's beautiful, that's so refreshing. If you book a Princess Grill or Queen's Grill suite, you have your own dining area, and this is the sign that tells you that you are allowed to progress upstairs onto the 11th deck, so reserved for Queen's Grill and Princess Grill guests. This is the play zone, which is a bit like the Mary Celeste on this cruise. I think the average age of people on this cruise is probably quite advanced, I would say. I guess July, August time, these spaces would have been a little bit busier, and places for young kids to hang out, teens to hang out. if you are looking for a family cruise, I'd say Cunard isn't really particularly family friendly in some ways. Some people massively dispute that, but you know, let's face it, kids like fun, don't they? They like climbing around on things and screaming and having fun, and sitting in posh restaurants probably isn't quite the thing that most young people want to be doing. Whereas if you're over there on the big ship Norwegian, you've got your water slides, you've got your climbing frames, you know. So, but there are facilities for kids here, but they are very, very limited. And I think if anyone ever asked me, is a Cunard cruise great for kids? I'd say no. Some people would definitely disagree with me on that score. So there is deck 3 to perambulate around on Queen Victoria, and that's great. But you can also perambulate around on deck 10, which is what we're on at the moment. And if you're in Grills, you can perambulate around on your deck as well. And that's quite nice. So there are lots of places. Queen Victoria is really good for having lots of outside space for people to walk around and get fresh air. And docked alongside us, I mentioned this one earlier on, didn't I? I'm going to call it the Lips ship, Aida. And it looks like they're doing some refueling down there as well. And I guess things we've been on now for nearly a week. And tomorrow we're in Città Svettia, I think that's how you pronounce it, basically Rome. And a lot of people will be departing at that point. We won't be, woohoo! We'll be going off and doing the hop on, hop off bus in Rome. And there's the lovely logo, Queen Victoria. And up there is the Princess Grill dining room. And we're actually quite a long way along this end. We're going to go in there in a minute and have lunch. Well, we're actually going to go to the terrace and have lunch. We're going to sit outside and have lunch. Would you like to have lunch outside today?
I think I would love to have lunch outside, but I must bring my hat.
So we're coming down to the pavilion deck. Actually, this is the Lido deck. No, it's the pavilion deck. I'm just checking to see what colour the towels are. I think it might be. This is the Lido deck, isn't it? No, this is the Lido pool, this one. Yeah, this is the Lido pool. Wow. Which has always got, yes, this is the Lido, which is a really nice sociable area. And we sat there last night. This is the Lido pool, which is the deeper of the two pools. There are two pools on Queen Victoria. There's the pavilion pool and the Lido pool. And the Lido pool is slightly deeper. It's 5 foot one end, and I think it's about 7 foot the other end. And it's never very busy, to be honest. It'll be busy later when people come back from their excursions, but it's a nice pool. And then at the end there, you've got two hot tubs, and there's exactly the same arrangement at the other end of the ship with the pavilion. The pool is shallower, 4 foot one end, 5 foot 6 the other. More family friendly, so this is more adults. They also have a lot of live music here in the evening as well, and you can order from the bar as well, which is also quite nice.